Hi guys, it's Emma Vigelin with TYT Politics. Hope everyone's having a great December. We are doing a series at the end of 2017 where we look at all the senators up for re-election. I hope you've seen some of my videos by now, but the senators up for re-election in 2018. We're looking at their donors, who's bought them, I guess you could say. If you haven't seen my Bernie Sanders or Dianne Feinstein or Ted Cruz videos, please check them out. Watch this whole playlist. We're going to be filling up that playlist with all of the senators running for re-election. So now we turn to Senator Tim Kaine. The senator who can speak Spanish. I don't think he made that clear during the presidential election. He's spoke Spanish a lot, actually. Right, he was also Hillary Clinton's vice presidential pick, the very sexy, exciting pick of Tim Kaine. That didn't turn out so well for her, playing it safe. From 2013 to 2017, Kaine's small individual contributions of less than $200 accounted for just 9.28% of his campaign funds, while large individual contributions make up 44%. So that's a really striking difference. I will point out that Ted Cruz beats Tim Kaine here. Cruz has almost 25% from small individual contributions. That is a huge bummer because Tim Kaine, he seems like kind of like the neighborhood dad, but he's a Virginia Democrat, so they're pretty conservative, pretty corporatist. Tim Kaine's top career contributors for the Senate are 1. J Street PAC, $282,000, which is a pro-Israel group. However, I will note that Kaine was an early proponent of the Iran deal and skipped Netanyahu's visit to Congress, so it hasn't really affected him in that particular instance. The League of Conservation Voters is his second largest donor, $207,000, then Covington and Burling, $130K, a corporate law firm, UVA, $113,000, and Aiken, Grump, and all, $106,200, which is a lobbying firm. One of the partners at the firm, Melissa Lorenza, represented Paul Manafort, and Mueller's apparently seeking her testimony in the Russia investigation, so that's why that firm has been in the news lately. In his Senate career, the top industries that have donated to him are as follows. So that was contributors, now industries. Lawyers and law firms, $3.6 million. Retired, $2.7 million around. Securities and investment, 1.5, close to $1.6 million. Then real estate at $1 million. Then business services, the vaguely titled business services, at $838,000. Look, Tim Kaine, I don't know anything about him personally. He actually seems like a very lovely man. Again, like a dad grilling in the backyard at a barbecue. But he is a conservative Democrat. He has not jumped on board with Medicare for All. He was the safest pick that Hillary Clinton could have picked for her vice presidential candidate. And when it happened, it signaled to progressives that she wasn't going to be appealing to them because Tim Kaine was milquetoast. He's a nice guy, but he does not rattle the establishment at all. And I think his donors kind of show that. So although I am happy that Kaine has had a measured stance on Israel, the fact that his top industry donor is a pro-Israel PAC is very interesting and something that should be taken note of. So Mark Warner and Tim Kaine are the two Democratic senators from Virginia and both extremely conservative. Mark Warner, not to make this about him, but he voted against Bernie Sanders' amendment to the tax bill that said that they couldn't cut into Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. To his credit, Tim Kaine voted with that amendment. But what kind of Democrat even says we're going to touch those programs so that we can give more corporations tax cuts, more corporate tax cuts, more wealthy tax cuts? But unfortunately, Virginia, the Democrats that have come out of there, even though it's been an increasingly blue state, have been very conservative. And Tim Kaine and Mark Warner are part of that ilk. And I just do think it's something to keep your eye on when you're looking at Tim Kaine's politics. Look at these donors, and it'll tell you some of the story.